Hello, Scorpio. I'm Chloe Hope from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for August 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus sign for a complete picture of all of the energies that you've got going on this month, Scorpio. I've got a live show 3 times a week live here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they are available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that down there in that description box below. So let's have a look what energies you've got. You're on the threshold of something, Scorpio. Some kind of a change is coming in, but you're at the door. You're at the gate. Be still a while. There's a pause. Pregnant pause is what I just heard then. A pregnant pause, something is about to happen. It's not quite happening yet. Ooh, tell us more for Scorpio. I wonder what you're waiting for. Often we're waiting for ourselves. And almost always we're waiting for ourselves. Purification, and courage. Okay, so I think you could be waiting for something to happen and you think it's external circumstances that you need to change, but it's actually you waiting for yourself to have courage and to purify yourself in some way. So there's a purification required, and you're getting double cards. Interesting. A purification required, meaning there could be something that you need to give up, stop doing. Purify could be, I don't know, as a lifestyle kind of thing, or just something to let go of. That could be what you're waiting for. Let's find out more of what's going on in the energies for you, Scorpio, this month. Now, when I do these, I'm going to pull out 4 rows of tarot. Can be week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Sometimes it does work out that way for some people, they've told me. But sometimes it's just a mishmash of the energies and it's 4 things that are going on all month kind of thing. So let's find out what it is. Scorpio. So just take it as it resonates. You know, it could be like that. So first of all, we've got the Hermit, hiding away, not doing much. Or protecting yourself, being in hermit mode, you know, not putting yourself out there, unwilling to put yourself out there. It doesn't have to be hiding away in your home kind of thing, literally hermit. It could be that you're not putting yourself forward for a promotion. You're not putting yourself out there in some kind of way. You're not dating. You're not, you know, doing this or that. Chicken wants in. And I'll let the cat in. Hang on a minute, Scorpio. I'll be right back. Come on, darling. Okay, so Scorpio, let's get number 2 out for you. Tell us more of Scorpios. Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? The 10 of Swords, the end of a painful journey. Or a painful ending, of course. It depends how you take it, you know. We can have endings in our life and we can have resistance to those endings. It should never have happened. We can make it painful by our perception of it, or we can just let things end and move on to the next thing. And in that case, it's not painful. So the pain depends on how you're taking it. Even physical pain. Sometimes, you know, I've got 3 children and I had 2 difficult births. 1 very easy birth. What was the difference? Well, I was a lot fitter with the easy one, but my mindset was different. I wasn't struggling against it. Yeah, it was very different. So even physical pain can be very different. Emotional pain, for sure, can be very different. You know, because we've got different people going through similar circumstances. Some get really hurt by it, others don't, and it depends what you've been through in your life, how sensitive you are to those things, how triggered you get, you know, because you've been through unhealed stuff and things like that. So, pain, end of a painful situation then. Tell us more for Scorpio. That could be why you're on the threshold of some change then, if something that has been paining you is over there. Wow, 10 of Wands, more endings. Putting down the burdens from before. Now, some of you, this could be about someone you've been caring for and you don't have to care for them anymore. It could be about someone passing away. Just two tens next to each other like that. That's full on. And ding, and ding. You know, you got the Purify card here as well. There is something to let go of for sure. Month of endings. Hey, Scorpio. What else for Scorpio? There's your new beginning. Ace of Wands is a great new beginning too. Exciting, happy, wanted. New beginning now, the Ace of Wands. Oops. Let's get some clarifiers out for you and find out what this is all about. So the Hermit. Why the Hermit? You're starting off as the Hermit here. A little bit closed down. Your energy's a bit closed down at the start of the month, apparently. What's this about? The Five of Inspiration. While you've been practicing something. So practicing something, you could have actually been in retreat mode. You could have been practicing meditation. You could have been learning something. Like if we're talking about work here, you could have been learning something new for your work and kind of retreated your energy back from work. Or if we're talking about relationships, it could be you practicing on yourself kind of thing, you know. That's probably not the best way to put it, but practice, like doing inner work and stuff, figuring something out before you put yourself out there again. It's always worth doing that, right? Not rebounding. Because if we rebound from relationships, instead of taking time to get great clarity over how that happened, what we chose, why did that happen, doing that introspective work, then we're likely to just get into the same old trouble again. So yeah, you could have been taking time out from life, anything in life, to practice something, to gain clarity on it. What's behind this? What's behind this for Scorpio? What's behind this for Scorpio? Anger. Something that's making you angry. Now, I just heard that you might not want to admit to that. You know, when we kind of like, no, it doesn't make me angry. Because there's a mixed emotion about this. Okay. Again, this could be about caring about someone. You know how there's mixed emotion when you're caring for someone? Everyone has it, and it's okay to admit it. So if you're caring for someone, yes, you love them and you want to do that for them, but it's also an imposition. It's also a burden too, and we can't get away from that, right? But it's like being a parent with young kids. It's hard. There's an imposition there. You have to. Well, for starts, you give up some of your sleep, don't you, and your well-being because of that. But then you kind of you're not able to take care of yourself to the same level as you used to before because you've got other people to take care of now too. And so it feels something like that to me is that there's just going to be that too. We can be honest about it, right? We don't have to pretend that it's all good and say, no, I only love being a mother, there's no downsides to it, because that's not true, is it? We know everything is a mixture of challenge and gift. Everything is. And as is here, but there's something about this that you haven't, it seems not right to admit to any negative feeling about it. Like motherhood, parenthood. So hermiting away, maybe not wanting to talk to people about it. It could be like that while you're practicing something. I don't know. Tell me what's going on in your lives. What this? Because I can't even think of an example of this. What? Say if it's work, you could be pulling back from work, but while you're learning something because you want to go and get yourself a better job, and so you're kind of retreating your energy away from work, learning something new, a new skill, so that you can get that job, and it could kind of make you angry, having to keep on going into work doing your old thing, you know, or having not got the what it is that you want from your current position. It could be something like that. Ten of Swords. Why the Ten of Swords here for Scorpio? Oh, heartbreak. When you look back in the past, you want to move away from that now. So looking back in the past, yes, heartbreak. Okay, pain. This painful ending. This end of the pain. The Six of Emotions is about reminiscing, it's about looking back in the past. The Three of Voices, it's heartbreak. And so you had some heartbreak in the past and you keep on going back there. You keep on thinking about it. You keep on imagining it. You kind of been keeping yourself stuck there. This could be connected with what I just talked about there. So you could have been hermiting away because of painful past relationships that you've experienced, but that caused you a burden, but you don't want to admit to that burden and or the anger, because it's love and anger, right? When there's a relationship, right? If you've had a relationship breakup, there's both there, right? There's love and anger, and we can go on this like roller coaster kind of a grief. It is really a roller coaster trip with that. One minute you like you miss them and you really love them, the next you're angry at them because of the trouble and all of that and what they did, and then next minute, well, maybe not next minute, but next day you miss them and there's the love and we'll go love, hate, like that. And there is that mixture, there's that roller coaster. And so that could have been what you were practicing too, is like practicing being on that roller coaster, or eventually that roller coaster, it evens out, you know, if we allow ourselves to find that balance of it is both. It's admitting to it being both. Yes, the love is there. Yes, the anger is there too. Quite often we want to admit the love, we don't want to admit the anger. But sometimes in a breakup, it's the other way around. We only want to focus on the anger and we don't want to admit to the love. Yeah. Because we only want to admit to the anger because we want to be a victim to it so that we justify it going wrong. Whichever one you are, there's a balance that's required here, because you're looking back and you're breaking your own heart here. And that is causing you pain over and over again by keep on going back there. It's time to get out of that now. Taking action to get out of that, moving away from it. Eight of Inspiration. Whew. Yes, and it can be very tempting to keep on going back there in our minds when someone's hurt us, when something's been hurting us. But it's like someone punched you in the eye. It's like keep on punching yourself in the eye each time you do it. Ripping that band-aid off the wound before it's healed. It's like that. Grounding yourself, like that roller coaster, getting off that roller coaster and finding that balance, admitting to both sides of it, not trying to make it anything, not trying to make it just love or just hate, anger, admitting to both of it, grounding yourself in that it is what it is, and you've got all of the range of emotions in you. Everyone does when they're going through a grieving process, and like I said, we don't want to admit to it, especially if like caring for someone. I was getting that strongly. If you've been caring for someone, and that doesn't have to be like a disabled or an elderly parent, or you know, disabled child, or just a normal child, or it could just be like a bit of codependence going on here. So a partner that you had that you did a lot for, it could be that too. When you've been caring for someone, when you've been having to expend a lot of your energy for someone else, there is going to be that anger there in the grieving process. But any kind of a grieving process, there's that. We go from love to anger, love to anger. So you're going through it, aren't you? 10 of Wands, putting down those troubles there. I just heard a song then, but I can't catch what it is. It's very old-fashioned song, very old. I don't know. I can't hear the words of it. It's something like put down your troubles. Oh, I can't get it. 10 of Wands. Why have we got the 10 of Wands here? Put down your troubles. Queen of Emotions. Feeling it. In your feels here, the Queen of Emotions. Nurturing, taking care of people. This is like the mother, the archetypal mother kind of an energy. It doesn't have to be about children. You could be a mother, archetypal mother kind of an energy, whether you're a man or a woman, around anyone, around a partner, always taking care of people. The burdens, putting down those burdens, you don't need to be in that energy. Sometimes we choose that if we weren't mothered properly ourselves, if we didn't have that nurturing, we can want to from our own mother, we can want to be mother for everyone else. And then we can do it in all kinds of situations, mothering everyone at work, mothering our friends, mothering, you know, choosing partners that need to be taken care of because they don't take care of themselves, that kind of thing. So you could be putting down those mothering kind of tendencies there. Because in that circumstance, if we didn't get that mothering, that nurturing as a child, maybe from our own mother, who is it that's in need of mothering? Is it everyone else, or are you projecting your wound onto everyone else, presuming that they need mothering, when it's really you that needs mothering? So it's time to do it for yourself. Projection. I call it something else in my Psychic Cafe show, but I'm not going to say it here because YouTube doesn't like me saying those words. Okay, so you've got slow and steady and stripping illusions. You understand what I was saying there? Because this is what I'm getting from it. Let's strip these illusions right now. Is if you didn't receive that loving, that mothering, that nurturing from your own mother, and it doesn't have to have been a really bad situation. You could have had like a narcissist mother, but it could have just been someone that wasn't fully healed themselves, that couldn't fully be there for you emotionally. It doesn't have to have been like terrible abuse or anything like that to have felt this, but it when we don't receive that mothering, it can make us want to project that on everyone else and just want to us we want to mother everyone else because we presume that everyone else has got that wound. We presume that everyone else is feeling the way that we do. It's projection. Yeah, wounded people project those wounds on everyone else. They try and fix it in everyone else, never tending to the wound in themselves. And I know because I used to do this. And the antidote, the cure, is to mother yourself, is to realize, oh, it's not them. Well, they might need mothering or they might not need mothering. I don't know, but it's definitely about me. I know that I need mothering is me. In fact, I used to actually say it years ago. I used to say that that's what I wanted to be, a mother for those that haven't had that. Whew, not anymore. I don't want to be that. And so, what did I do? I did the self-love thing. I realized that it was me that needed that mothering, and I needed to start to be a good parent to myself, be that mother, be nurturing to myself, really take care of myself emotionally. Which means, on a practical level, for me personally, it meant me protecting myself, not putting myself around dangerous people, emotionally dangerous people, and all of that, protecting myself. It's kind of the opposite of mothering everyone else. Because when you're mothering everyone else, you're going to attract those people that need that mothering. Now, you also attract those people that just are lazy and don't want to do a thing for themselves. So, yeah, stripping illusions. It's you that needs it. It's you that needs that mothering, and start doing that for yourself. Our ego's voice, that little voice that we have inside of our mind that's about fear and stuff, that starts parenting us. That voice can take over where our parents left off, and we start treating ourselves in the same way as our parents treated us. Which, if you didn't have the best experience as a child, it's not good. And so we need to learn self-love and start parenting ourselves properly so that voice changes, so it's kind and nurturing. Reparenting yourself here. Stripping illusions. It's not about everyone else, it's about you. Ace of Wands. The Four of Voices. Healing yourself. Oh. So, Four of Swords here. A new journey, a fresh start, some new direction comes from that. When you're loving yourself and nurturing yourself, yeah, you want better for yourself. It starts being about you then, in a good way, in a self-love way. And a new journey will come from that, an exciting new start. So you're going to get some direction and some like, I want this for myself now. It can happen really quickly. As soon as you change your mind about this and realize it's you that needs that nurturing, and you can give it yourself in a moment, you can just decide, Like for me, I'd placed myself around a lot of alcoholics and always felt anxious around them because that was my past, abusive alcoholics and all of that. So, but I kept on putting myself there because they felt like home to me. They felt like family to me. Kept on putting myself around there, feeling this anxiety, drinking because of it as well. And I realized I would never do that to a child, put them in an anxious situation like that. Why am I doing that to myself? Take myself out of there. You don't need to be around those people anymore. I'm going to protect you from them, little Claire. And yeah, very fast from that, I really started to do things that were really good for me. So it's a call. I'm not saying that it's calling to self-love, and I'm not saying that you haven't been self-loving before, but it's like stripping illusions, finding another piece of it. Ah, I've not been loving myself in this kind of a way, in a mothering, nurturing kind of a way, and I need to do that now. So from this healing comes this fresh start. What's behind this? This emotional release. Oh, what a relief it will be when you do that for yourself. Your inner child is going to love you for it. Oh, and probably a lot of tears as well, an emotional release here. Whatever it is that you've been trying to do for other people and it's been causing you pain and burdens, it's time to stop. It's time to stop that now and do it for yourself. You're the one that's been in need of it all the time. And once you do get out of this, you're going to see it so clearly when other people are projecting too. Once you stop doing the projection thing yourself, trying to fix everyone else instead of yourself, it's so obvious when other people do it. I call it shit flinging. They fling their shit at you, pretending that you've got that problem. What about your love life, Scorpio? Children. Not just children, ones that we've given birth to physically through our bodies, but those that we've taken on as children, partners, people at work, friends, those that we've been taking care of because of the wounds that we've had. Children is affecting your love life. Have you been getting involved with children? I did. I did when I was in that energy. Man child, or they just boys. They move from the mother and they find another mother that's going to do everything for them, and they fully expect that the woman to do everything for them and mother them. And then when that woman gets over that and goes no more, they move on to the next one. And that was me. I was willing to do that, and it's like, hang on, there's no reciprocation here. What's going on? How come I keep on doing this? It was for that reason, because I hadn't started mothering myself properly yet. Eventually I got there. So forgiving and learning, of course. Scorpio, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You love yourself in this way. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to attract someone that will love you too, properly. Someone that's going to be nurturing towards you, that's actually going to love you. That's why we've got to find the love in ourselves first. And you might have thought that you were loving yourself before. This might have been the missing piece, a missing piece. The wanting to mother other people, that projection, you needing mothering yourself. And you could have been looking for other people to nurture you as well, emotionally nurture you, friends, and you could have been reacting to that when they didn't, when your friends didn't step up and be that mother to you. That plays out sometimes when people have this energy. Your commitment's being tested in relationships. How committed are you to being loved? You're obviously committed to loving others. That's all over this reading, Scorpio. You're committed to loving others, but how committed are you to being loved? You being loved. A reciprocal relationship of equals. How committed are you to that? You need to be very committed to that. Ownership. Own it. Own what you've been doing. This could be the key this month to your relationship patterns that haven't been working for you. Romantic relationships, friendships, family, all kinds of things. You acknowledge the misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. Well, how about that? Tell us more for Scorpio's love life. Heart with a key. It's a key to your heart. Did you know that? It's the key to your heart. Welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart. Opening your heart. Yeah. How can you open your heart if you're not nurturing and loving yourself? You can't really. This is the key to your heart. You might not have realized. In other words, the key to letting people love you. To allowing yourself to open up to let people love you. Which is hard to do if you've had a tricky past. Parents kind of thing. Emotionally tricky past. Okay. And like I said, it can be at any level. You know, some of you might be going, but I didn't have a tricky childhood or whatever. It can be at any level. I think a lot, if you're living in a Western society, there's been a certain level of emotional coldness for most people, I would have thought. Can always be taken to the next level. So, but take this as it resonates, you know. Don't let me tell you this has been going on if it hasn't been going on for you. What else for Scorpio? A tender embrace. You could be opening up to love. You could be at that stage now where you're welcoming that love in. If you're already on this path, this could be the key to it. What I've just been saying, and a tender embrace. So you do want a partner. Oh, it's so sweet. Tender embrace. Your commitment to being loved, remember that, is being tested. And you might have thought that that was just about everyone else first. Well, it's them that's not loving me, though. It's their problem. I just love them a little bit more. But no, love yourself a little bit more. And what energies do Scorpios need to tap into within themselves? That's interesting. Feelings, your feelings. And it's not your feelings about other people, it's your feelings about yourself. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. There's a lot of pain here, and this emotional release. When you start listening to your inner child, when you start loving your inner child, when you start mothering your inner child, there'll be a lot of emotional release there, these feelings. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so that they no longer hold me captive. So you're no longer doing that, feeling the need to do that for others, and you're doing it for yourself. It's big. It's really big, this. So tap into those feelings and feel them, especially when you're getting in touch with your inner child there and loving yourself properly, mothering yourself properly. Yes, a lot of emotional release there. And also relationship here. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. So relationship, again, that changing your mind about it. If this is resonating with you, this reading, you could have just been focused on mothering other people. In other words, the love. You think, what's feelings in a relationship? How do you feel connected to someone? For you, it could have been when you feel a lot of love for that person in need, when you feel a lot of love for that person because they seem to be a bit lost, when you feel a lot of love, you know. So it's always about their need and you loving them. Whereas other people, balanced people, admittedly, there's not many people like that, but balanced people, it's not just about them loving. When they feel love, it's about them feeling love too, being loved by that other person. And it could be that you haven't really experienced that yet, but be committed to that. Absolutely. Give it to yourself, and it will come to you as well through others. So you'll start attracting people that are also looking after themselves too, that are also parenting themselves properly and getting over those things, or never had those things to get over in the first place, the lucky ones. You've got a vacation here this month. You're going on vacation? Anywhere nice? Let me know in the comments below. Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assure success. I feel a lot of relief in this reading or in this month for you. I'm getting this feeling of, you know, when you're just keeping on top of emotions. It feels like you're breathing in the top of your chest, like, I can't let it go because I'm going to fall apart. It feels like that, like you've just been staying on top of it, taking care of everyone else, and it feels like that release, purification, and courage, being courageous to do that. Be still a while. You're on the threshold of it. You have pig, beware of greed. That could be about food. Eating your emotions. Have you been eating your emotions? That could stop. That could be your. This could be your weight loss. For some of you, the key behind your weight loss thing. It was certainly the key behind my alcohol stuff, because I wouldn't drink when I wasn't in those stressful situations, but I kept on putting myself in those stressful situations. I don't drink anymore. I don't ever put myself there anymore. So yeah, it could be about food, eating your emotions here. It's easy once we heal the reasons that we're doing certain addictions. It's easy to let go of them then. Stalk. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. I'm getting yeah, this is good, right? But this could be another addiction, another way of pushing your emotions down. You could have been putting all of your energy into work to not deal with this, to not deal with this energy. So just be careful of that, because it appears like a good thing on the surface, that, but I'm getting the no, don't get distracted. Do this in the work, because this is going to change your life in all aspects of your life for sure. Oh, I can't talk about it enough, the self-love thing, because I didn't have it for so long, and then I found the key to it a few short years ago, and like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Changed my life. Everything is just so much better now. I feel so much better. I don't have those addictions anymore. And business is good, and I take care of myself properly now, and relationships are much better. Fewer, but better. So there you go. That's you, Scorpio. That's your month ahead. I hope that helped you in some way. I hope you got something out of that. Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to click that like button on this video and click subscribe along with that notification bell if you want to hear more from me. I wish you the best month ever, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow in the Daily Energy Update.